Hey Marco, how's it going? Hope you're having a good day. Don't got as much out today, but brought some different stuff out. But this is the new, if I can get it in there, the new Flytanium slip joint. It has some really cool milling here on the side. It is very small, but it's D2. It's very sharp, and it's in DLC, which I thought was pretty cool for like 30 bucks. So, hey Ron Crow, how are you doing? Yeah, I got a few things out today, something different. I go over some stuff and see how it goes. But yeah, this showed up today. The Flytanium slip joint. It's kind of hard to see, but there's some really cool milling on the side here. And so this is aluminum, and it's got a D2 blade. It is very small. It's also in DLC, which I think is pretty cool. And like I said, it's 35 on the site. You can use code TitaniumJustin, and it's like 32. Seems put together pretty nice. It's got its torques. It has a key ring, which I think you can take off if you want. But DLC for 30 bucks. Pretty cool. And I like slip joints, so. And I haven't brought out the first run Venom Jack in a while, so brought this guy out. Interesting enough, back when Jack Wolf used M390. But now he's S90. Hey, Mr. Eddie. But can't go wrong with D2 and DLC for 30 bucks. Hey, Lewis. Shay, how's it going? Kathleen. Good to see everybody. I don't have as much out today, but I got different stuff out. I got the bat knife, got the Ozark, and the first run of Venom Jack when they used M390 before they switched to S90V. Got the Kershaw. And hey, Waylon. And this is the Flytanium. It's called the Minium. But it has really cool milling here on the side, if you can see. And it's aluminum, D2 slip joint, and it's the whole thing is DLC coated. It comes if you want to put it on a keychain, or you can probably take this off and not bother with it at all. But yeah, not too bad. I dig it. Best one on the table. Picked this one up at a truck stop. The only thing I don't like is that the pocket clip the knife is halfway out of your pocket. But you can't go wrong with double blades. I did see that. Well, I went back and watched the live, and I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna watch the video. But I'm really glad you like it. That was a good one. I thought that was a good one, and I picked it up, and it was seemed well worth it. Henry, how's it going? So thought I'd do something a little bit different. I was gonna order some stuff and I was gonna open it and test it out, kind of more art-like. But to be honest, a couple years ago I had some health issues. I won't dive in too deep, but kind of came back over the weekend, which sucked. So I don't know if I'll post as much this week, just trying to work through some stuff. But I'm gonna keep trying. And then I was doing a major of my office area. That knife. That would be cool. Echo, Rome. So I was doing some mega cleaning and I boxed a bunch of stuff up, and let's just say the box went in the wrong place and I ended up accidentally getting rid of some stuff that I did not mean to do. And so that was bummer part 2. Some art and knives. So that I was kicking the pants. But hey, Gons, try not to be a bummer. But I might take it easy the next week on posting. There is some really cool stuff coming through the pass arounds. So I'll be posting stuff still. That's okay, Kelly. I appreciate that. I'm not looking for sympathy or anything. I'm just kind of like, hey, I might not post a whole lot this week. I'm just having health issues, and then I totally screwed up and tossed the wrong stuff out. And thank you, Rome. But there's good stuff too, so I'm gonna try to keep it that way. But so this was nice that it came in today. I was super stoked that it has cool milling. And here you go, Gons. Here's another good pocket one. So this is the Flytanium Minium. It's a slip joint. It's in D2 and full DLC. This is aluminum, I believe, and it's just full DLC. Runs 35, but with my code it's like 32. And I think you can take this off. I haven't tried yet. It just showed up, but either way, it goes on your keychain if you want. And $30 for DLC. And it's sharp. I've tested it out, so hey, no problem. Hi, Torch. Hope you're having a good day. You're gonna get to 50? Yeah, you can have a shout out. High Torch Forge is got a cool page, looking to do lives possibly while making knives. You left a backpack with 80 Rome drawing and 40 butt drawings at the park once. Oh man, sorry to hear that, man. Yeah, it's just been a odd couple of days, I'll say that. Never want to deal with problems, but I've learned to take things on as they go, I guess. So one thing, you guys know I like to send mail. So sometimes I take my small paintings and I mail them to places like museums and stuff. I don't want anything from them. I just want to, maybe get it out there. If somebody likes it, they can keep it. I used to leave art at places and just say, hey, you found some art, and I'd put my contact info. But lately I've been sending art, and I've been sending them. I thought it'd be fun to send one to a museum in each state. And I got one response back that was kind of a generic email out of, I think I've sent about a dozen. And I am, being a knife guy who talks to companies and being an artist, I am so used to getting told no. Rejection's not a big deal to me. But I got a very weird thing today in the mail from, cover up my address. the Museum of Modern Art in New York. I sent their director a small painting. And, you know, they sent me this envelope, and I was like, oh, you know, maybe it's got like a brochure or something cool in it. It was a letter saying we don't accept mail from artists. And they sent me back my envelope and my painting that I sent them. Like, I would rather not know what happened to the painting than have them actually send it back saying no thank you. It was free. So they spent money just to send it back to me, and I thought that was a little odd. But nonetheless, that's it's kind of funny, I thought. So, but that's true. People, you know, I usually try to look for the good, but man, sometimes people do suck. But I did get some new pens, and I know this is a knife channel, but I got some new pens that I do art on, and I've never tried them out. I bought these. I ordered them online, so I thought, well, why not try them out on here? Right, I'm rocking the Ozark Grail today. I don't care. These are supposed to be brush pens. Some of them are from Japan. Some of them are from China. You were in for yeah, that would have been sweet. But, you know, I don't ask for anything. I just send it to them and say, hey, you know, if you want to keep this for yourself or pass it on to somebody there, or if somebody's having a bad day, just give them a free piece of art. Or, you know, if you want it in your collection, great. Thank you, Waylon. Side of the building for a year. It was his dog as a pilot. Awesome. You know, I'm in galleries. I haven't made it in a museum yet. That'd be really cool. And I bet they send these out every day to people, but it seems like a crappy way to do it. But you know what, Shay? Maybe I'll send one. Did I send one to Detroit? I might have sent one just not too long ago. Saturday. Oh man, that's right. When I'm famous and dead, they'll learn. So I don't know if any of you guys are into pens, but ordered some brush pens just to see. I don't know if I'll try to do anything with them, but I thought I would check them out. These run like $5-6 a piece, but they make amazing pens overseas. Smaller artist. Oh, cool. I do give some away sometimes on giveaway days, so keep an eye out. But I haven't checked any of these out yet. But see, with these, you can start small, and then it'll just, it's a little, yeah. It's interesting. Let's see the other ones. Both Pilot. I think these are the same. Sometimes when I order these pens, you know, they're not always in English. I just search for the words that I know I need, and then we'll see. You know, thinking about doing some stylistic stuff. I haven't even seen what these look like because there literally was no picture of these online. Oh, that's a longer one. We'll have to give it a try. So these things are not the easiest to use, but oh yeah, this one might be a good one. But you know, helps get really stylized stuff. Let's see here. Yeah, I have to get used to this. Yeah. This is just not coming out good. Let me try this other pen. Oh yeah, that one might be smoother. But, you know, let's see. Yeah. Yeah, they're brush tips. They're different size. I like firmer ones. I thought this one was. And it seems to be, these ones seem to be very, very sensitive. But we'll see how that goes. I usually like a little bit more control, but I do like the, yeah. No, it's not a downdraft. Yeah, the problem is I'm leaning very far forward. Usually I would have my art like right, I would have it right in front of me, or I'd be on a table or on the floor, but it would be more like this or something, more in front of me. But so I'm reaching out very far, like I'm leaned back or leaned forward all the way. So that's why. But for as long as possible, I'm going to try back to your house right now and can't watch live for a little bit. I'll see what I can do. Yeah, so I mean that's a very bad sketch, but I just wanted to open them up and see what they were like. And hey, Fook, got the see how well this does. That was my bad. There we go. Flytanium for the win. But awesome. Definitely draw one. I'm all about that. I'm all about, inspiring if I can. So yeah, it's been an interesting week. So happy to be here and hang out with everybody. Haven't had the Iridium out in a while. I saw the new Kershaws that they announced today. That what I like is when Kershaw does a drop, they're like, "Hey, here's our new releases, and they are now available this very second." I like that. They got a Clip Point Bel Air, which is pretty cool looking. Released their Launch 21, which looks a lot better than the 20 if you ask me, but I still think the 19 and the 4 are my favorites. But I forgot how much I love the Iridium. Yeah, feel free to subscribe, and then he can stream, and he's going to do some forging, obviously. So it is. It's definitely a good one. And I love aluminum, so. But I know that I like this one. I'll have to mess around with these and see what I think of these. Kind of the risky take, I guess. But one cool thing is, so you guys know I don't have any here now. I paint on those EDC notebooks. I'm working a deal with Arc Pouch. I'm going to send them some notebooks to use to show that they fit. They're going to send me a pouch to let me show you guys how they fit. So that's kind of cool. I was pretty stoked about that. And raining a lot where you live, so once it stops raining. Cool. We've had no rain. It's supposed to rain tomorrow. And we need it. So I will take it. But so I was going over we are about 110 away from 2K. Oh, that's a good idea, Shay. An EDC art kit that you can just fit in a pouch and take it with you, and it'd be easy. That's a really good idea. Art EDC kit. Yeah, either way, that's really cool. Unless you're You're gonna listen to Rain by SWV. There you go. What was I saying? Man, that's a really good idea, Shay. That'd be cool. Yeah. I might have to try to figure something out. That could be really neat. So let's see here. So since you gave me the idea, I'll have to hook you up with one if I make them, Shay. So let's see here. Talked over all the bad crap of the week, but so yeah, that's a good thing with the ARC company. And let's see here. There was something else. I'm trying to think. I know there was something I was just gonna say. Now all I'm thinking about is EDC art kits. I think it's just 50, Ron. Yeah. 50, and then they make you wait like a day or two or something like that. Yeah, I've seen people carry different art totes, but man, if you could just have like something smaller, that would be pretty cool. So let's see here. Oh, the pry bar that I've been telling everybody about. I talked to an amazing company, an American company, and they're gonna get me a quote this week. And I'm probably gonna go with them unless it's like an insane number. So I might be putting the pry bar into production soon. That'll be pretty sweet. That would be nice. So we're around 100, a little over 100 away from the 2K. How long is the bar? It is, I believe, it's like 3.5 inches. It will fit in small pouches and things like that. It will not have a lanyard hole. It's going to be very, I don't want to give it all away, but it's going to be very clean, and it's going to have a very traditional, it's not going to look like most pry bars you've seen. But it's going to have a traditional vibe, and it's going to be all titanium. And excited and hope well, and I got to get them made first. They're probably gonna. There we go. Phone. I'm working on some new ones, and you might just be getting some in the mail anyways because you're just so generous to everybody. So that's kind of, it's one of those processes where it's like, all right, we've reached this point, and then you kind of got to wait for the next part. Hey, Robo. Yeah. Yeah, so very interesting. Yeah, so very interesting week. Might have a slower week this week. And then ended up losing a whole box full of art and sucked. But paid for it, but cool to see it show up. DLC for and then hearing that the pry bar is gonna possibly be moving along soon. Whole lot of hurry up and wait in those things. It was cool to see all the new available. I feel like this amazing. I mean, zero tolerances. Of the clip point Bel Air. It's in my. I'll wait and see one. I'm not gonna be going to. I'd like to. Um, Mine glitched once, but that was it. My phone has been getting very hot lately. Uh-oh. So, let's see, what is that left of center with the micarta? This is the Jack Wolf Venom Jack in natural linen micarta. All right, let me see if I can swap my internet usage and. Okay, so I switched off my internet and went to Wi-Fi, so let's see if that helps. Is that working a little bit better, guys? Okay. So yeah, this is the Jack Wolf Venom Jack, the first run. They've done 2 runs, and then they did the locking one. This is titanium, and M390 they used for the first couple knives. Just the first couple, and then after that, they switched to S90. Oh, awesome. I'm glad. So yeah, this is one of my favorites. I won this one. It was used and I won it and I didn't care. I was so stoked. So yeah, I'll be hanging on to this one for a while. And oh yeah, so Kershaw, they got that new Bel Air. Then they released the new Launch, which looks pretty cool. Then they released like 3 other knives that might be close to Iridium style, or not style, but like price point, where they have the D2 at least, and not super budget. So big Kershaw fan, so maybe I'll message them, see if yeah, see if they got stickers or something. But yeah. Oh yeah, so we're still 500 watch hours away. So they used to, these verticals, they used to dump like 100 people in just cuz. Now they don't do that anymore, so it's been a little slower, so bear with me guys as we try. And it's just been in general slow growth the past like couple weeks. Oh yeah, Robo, I agree. I'm a huge Kershaw fan. I have 3 CR Kershaws. I have all sorts of them. Um, Hundo Gang? What? um, but yeah. Uh, I'm not a big fan when Kershaw goes all plastic on some stuff. But in general, I like Kershaw. I like Kershaw a lot. Um, so Kershaw, I'm sending the vibes out. I know the internet listens to everything. Check my stuff out, please. um, it'd be cool to go. Like they do like around Thanksgiving sale where they um where like Kershaw opens their doors and you can go in and buy um some like scratch and dent stuff for like dirty cheap. That's Robo. That's awesome. Robo's ahead of me on things. I was surprised to see that you own 5 or 6 of them. None of yours are made in the U.S. though. So yeah, when I'm curious if that'll change. So basically, Kershaw, they make, I think, their launches, and they make the Bel Airs in the United States. So like anything that has like Magna Cut or really high end, even the Iridium is still made in China. And that's kind of what I would call like their second tier. Like if their top tier is the launches and the Bel Airs, this is as close as you get before that. So it'd be neat to see Kershaw come out with a $100 or less USA made knife. That'd be kind of cool. But I did like the looks of the new stuff, and I wouldn't be surprised if they do more stuff in the US, but I'm just curious what their price point will be. I know that Clip Point Bel Air in my Carta is 200. When the Bel Air first came out, it was like 130 to 150. And then the higher end ones got to 200, but so we'll see what the price points look like. Yeah, assisted is not always the most fun. And but I'm gonna, if it's Kershaw, I'll allow it. I'll put it that way. But yeah, I would love sometime to go check out one of their warehouse sales. I don't know if they do them like once or twice a year, but it's like their seconds and their overstock, and they just sell them like dirt cheap. And there's videos of people just lined up, like their facility is the size of a city block, and there's people wrapped all the way around it in line to get in. And that would be really cool to go to sometime. Not to be in a crowd, but to just go do. I probably spend too much. And sometimes you can sign up for factory tours. I know KC went on one last summer, where you get to go tour the factory and watch them, make their USA made stuff, and they talk about what's coming in the future. So that'd be really fun too. So that's something maybe I'll consider. My son wants to go to the Subaru factory in Indiana, so maybe that's along the way. I'm trying to remember. And now I'm going to spend the rest of the night thinking of art EDC carries so I can come up with some ideas. So thank you, Shay. Don't know if Kenman's going to pop on tonight or not. He's been very busy. He's going to have a busy summer. He's doing a lot of disc golf stuff, but if he does, feel free to tune in and listen to him tonight. Everyday City Carry, Casey will be on, of course. Let's see here. Oh yeah, Robo Shay was telling me, maybe I should make an art EDC kit. You get like notebooks, a pen, maybe a budget knife in there. That'd be kind of fun. Tactical fountain pens. That would be cool. A fake launch 13. God, it was only $10. Wow. I will say, I know people have been hit or miss when they pick up their Ozarks. This one, I've got two of them, and they both dead center. And they work great. Automatic paint markers. That would be cool. I don't know if I can produce that, though. Hey, Joe. 2 colors. Notebook. Tiny ruler. Oh, tiny ruler. That would be a good idea. That would be super cool. I might have to just come up with something and see what the interest is, make a handful of them, and see if they do well. That would be fun. Charcoal might get messy, though. One side sharpened. Yeah, make a little shank. A nice eraser. My own line of craft knives. That would be cool. You make your art and then you slice it. Really? I'll have to check those out. Mr. Pen, huh? Let me grab one of these new pens and write that down on my somewhat rejection letter. So, yeah, to those just tuning in, I ordered some different pens to try out. I like this one quite a bit. These two will take some getting used to. But so one thing I do is I send letters. I love sending mail to people. And I decided I wanted to send a little one of my little tiny paintings, like the Pantone ones. I was going to send like one to a museum in each 50 states just for fun. And I specifically put in my like little letter, like, hey, I'm not asking for a show. I'm not asking for anything. I'm just putting art out there to people that like art. And where's a good place to find people that like art? Museums. So do what you like with it. Just keeps me moving, keeps art from being sitting around. I just like to do that. So I sent one to the Museum of Modern Art in New York, the kind of the biggest art museum in the United States. And they sent me a letter saying, on behalf of the director, they don't want it. And not only did they not want it, they sent it back. Yeah, all you get exactly. Like I wasn't asking for anything, and I'm sure they do this to a lot of people. They say they're not it's museum policy to not accept free work, free art or something, some bogus crap. I would have been happier if they would have given it to a homeless person on the street rather than just mail it back to me, but and that's something like I used to make paintings and I would leave them, when I'd go on vacation or on the streets, and I would, or not on the streets, but like on the sidewalks and stuff, and I would put a little note like, "Hey, this is free," and like my email or something, and I got a lot of positive feedback, so that was fun. But it's just not something I've done lately. But I was fairly shocked that they sent it back to me. So I will send it to somebody else. Yeah, I mean, it's not going to hurt my feelings. I've been, when I actually try for galleries and stuff, like, I'm used to rejection. I'm used to rejection from, like, different companies when I ask for something. But it felt a little odd getting it back in the mail. Oh, that would be hilarious. I was just thinking, well, if you can't take it, just give it to one of your employees or something. Just give it to somebody who's having a bad day. That's usually my go-to is like, um, you're having a bad day? Oh, here, have this, like just trying to do something nice for somebody. But I'm not really upset about it. I just think it's more funny that they spent the money to send it back. Hey, Ron. I mean, that sounds like a fair deal, right, Robo? But, so I had a rough couple days, and I'm dealing with some health stuff that I'm working through. But the Flytanium slip joint came in, and so that's fun. I might have some rose crafts coming in, and then some pass around stuff that'll be cool. I might just be a little slow this week. I might not get as much stuff out, and as far as video wise, but that's fine. But it's fun to pop on and hang out with people. So hope you guys are having a good day. I never did a pocket check. What's everybody got today? I'm Ozark grailing it. Oh, there's a notification. My internet's out. Thank goodness for 5G. Roll faster. Combat Troodon Delta Shadow. Nice. Matriarch 2 and Savivi and Cindy. Nice. Still rocking the Kubi Shay. Nice. The Real Steel H6 plus out while you were doing yard work this morning. And you switched out for your Cold Steel Engage 3.5 later. Nice. So Fook, have you ever went out and just made it look like you were like cutting weeds with your like whatever your largest cold steel is just to see what your neighbors will say? Because I think that would be funny. Thank you, Ron. I appreciate that. Today would be great, but it is very windy, so I don't plan on doing much outside. Ooh, the home. Zippo title brushstrokes. Cool. I'll have to look that one up, Stacy. Cool. Kaiser. Militar. Oh, you got the purple bison, Ron? That's cool. You've used your cold steel kukri in the yard, but not the katanas yet. Cut your weed with your 2-foot cold steel katana machete just to let your neighbors know I'm the alpha on the block. That's awesome. I'm the only one that mows my own lawn. Everybody else pays for their lawn to be mowed. So I guess, does that make me like, I don't know. Oh, thank you, Ron. You know, it's just a thing to me now that I have to, deal with sometimes. But it'll get better. But it does slow me down every now and then. But yeah, I got some more notebooks coming, so I'm gonna be making a bunch of those. So I'm excited about that. I accept the sucky stuff and I try to push through it, but sometimes it is irritating. But hi, I'm not sure how to pronounce your name, but hello. Let's see here. Yeah, if anybody's interested in these, I know they're very, very tiny. But D2 and the blade is DLC and the handle is DLC. They're $35, and then if you use my code TitaniumJustin, you get 10% off. So you get it for like $32. Hey, knives are life, and it does cut. It definitely cuts. So, and it comes with a keychain. I think you can take that off. Oh, that's my phone just told me it's at 5%, so I gotta go get my charger, I guess. It is, man. It's oh, here we go. I'll put it next to the Clio. My phone is gonna die, so I gotta run and grab my charger. But I'm gonna pop off. What's the name? It is Flytanium. Let me hold it up for you. Yeah, they have a bunch of cool stuff. Yeah, that's funny. But if Kenman's not able to go on tomorrow, I'm gonna try to go on. I'll probably go on if I'm able. I'm just taking it easy, but nice. You guys have a good night though, and I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one.